Hi, good afternoon. My name is Gabriela, and I'm a doctoral student in counseling psychology at Fordham University, working under the mentorship of Dr. Eric Chen. Today, I'm going to share my research on stigmatized identities and status disclosure among Latinx individuals in mixed status families. But before I get started, I wanted to give a big thank you to all of the individuals who participated in my study and shared their stories with me. Without them, this would not have been possible, and I'm so thankful for their time and trust. The work that I do is to help this community, who is near and dear to my heart. So let's get started with a piece of quick background information. Approximately 16.7 million people in the US live in mixed status households. This means that there's at least one member who is undocumented and at least one member who is a US citizen or permanent resident. Since documentation status cannot be seen, being part of a mixed status family is a form of a concealable stigmatized identity, or CSI. This is an identity that is not immediately knowable in a social interaction and can be hidden from others. Disclosure of an undocumented status can have costs, such as detention and deportation, and benefits such as enhanced community and social support. With that being said, the purpose of the study was to enhance our understanding of the experiences of Latinx individuals in mixed status families as they negotiate their CSI and disclosure with attention to the intersectional influence of race, ethnicity, and immigration status in adaptation and integration in the US, and in consideration of the ongoing pandemic. To note, the following research questions were explored. How do individuals in mixed status families navigate the disclosure decision-making process? 2. How does the sociopolitical climate contribute to disclosure experience for individuals in mixed status families? And 3. How does the disclosure experience play a role in identity negotiation? This was a phenomenological qualitative research study, and I interviewed a total of 10 participants. On the screen, you'll see a participant demographic and background information table that provides some more information on the voices that make up the study. Please note that these are all pseudonyms and identifying information has been removed. To briefly summarize, though, 7 participants identified as female and 3 were male. 5 participants were US citizens, 3 were permanent residents or green card holders, and 2 were DACA recipients. All individuals were part of Latinx mixed status family, but it's important to note that one participant identified as Latinx and Native American, and another participant identified as Latinx and Indigenous from Guatemala. Participants were between 21 and 34 years of age. So, continuing with what we found, there were 7 themes that captured the essence of status disclosure experiences. Figure 1 on the right-hand corner of the screen shows the different themes that emerged from the study. Starting at the top of the figure, the first theme is a general reluctance to disclose outside of the immediate family, in which participants shared a desire to keep information about documentation status within the family rather than disclosing it to others. However, they described that family members acknowledged they had the best intentions if disclosures were to occur. The second theme on the right-hand side is an internal reflection and evaluation of the need to disclose. The disclosure process includes a deep internal reflection and evaluation of the need to disclose, characterized by an examination of feelings associated with disclosing and time to determine why disclosure was needed. The third theme on the bottom of the figure is the significance of trust in the disclosure process. Participants made disclosures to trusted individuals. Perhaps knowing there is a trusted person to receive the disclosure helped ameliorate the emotional labor involved in the process. The fourth theme on the left of the figure is the external impact of the disclosure experience, in which participants noted results which resulted in ease for future disclosures and enhanced social support. The circular model of the figure leads us back to the first theme, which shows what participants expressed throughout the study, which was a general reluctance to disclose. Now, while positive outcomes increased social support and helped with future disclosures, the general reluctance was still there, and participants continue to think about why disclosure may be needed before disclosing again to a trusted individual. Now, in the center of the figure is the identity negotiation piece, where participants noted realizing they were part of a mixed status family, and that the pivotal moments in their lives related to identity negotiation in terms of the roles that they play in the family and the privileges associated with their own statuses. Participants also noted an emotional experience as they came to understand how they felt for those privileges associated with their status, in addition to an added sense of responsibility for the needs of the family. Especially in the context of COVID-19, participants noted concern over the health and well-being of their family members, especially undocumented parents, for example, who did not have health insurance. Participants explain the financial benefit of receiving a stimulus check while recognizing that some family members were not eligible to. This was particularly relevant with the experience of job loss and continued frontline work for some participants and family members of study participants. For example, some could receive unemployment while others could not based on their status. And another important impact is that there were delays in processing times for visas or status adjustments. So, as far as clinical implications go, understanding the lived experiences of individuals who are part of Latinx mixed status families may help inform how clinicians work with these clients. Therapists may be able to help individuals develop their identity as it relates to growing up in with family members who have different statuses. Further, therapists can help clients manage the multiple roles that they have to balance while being part of a mixed status family. For example, if someone's a student while also being a financial contributor. Lastly, clinicians should also be mindful of the experiences that arise from an individual adjusting their documentation status, while a family member is unable to do the same, as this may impact how they navigate their own identity development. I want to thank you for taking interest in my study poster, and most important, I'd like to thank my participants again who gave me their time and shared their stories with me. If you have any questions or comments, my contact information is on the top of the poster. I can be reached at my email, gmunoz@fordham.edu. Thank you.